Fresh homemade spelt tortillas. Quick and easy to make and taste so good. Simple ingredients, simple recipe. So I have my flour mixture ready, and what I did was about a teaspoon of sea salt, 2 cups of my white spelt flour, and white spelt flour is all purpose. I did add 3 tablespoons of olive oil and about 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm going to add my hot water to this, and I'm going to mix it up, then flour my surface with all-purpose flour, roll my dough out, and then fry it in coconut oil. So just make sure you're lightly dusting your surface, and I just like to scoop out just a little bit of dough. Go ahead and coat both sides, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll that on out. So see how not perfect that looks, but that's okay because I'm going to shape it up once I get it into my pan. So I have my coconut oil in the pan. I'm going to go ahead and add my dough. So I'm just going to fry it 30 seconds on one side and then flip it over and fry it 30 seconds on the opposite side. So after I take my tortilla out, what I do is when I'm ready to set my next tortilla into the pan, I turn the fire on, but I turn it down low. That way I can swish the oil around and make sure it's nice and melty first, and then I go get my tortilla and put it in the pan, and then I'll turn my fire up to a higher setting. And usually when I turn it up, if you look here, I just cleaned my stove. Now I got flour back all on it. So just clean that off some. Alright, usually so I keep it on low when I'm just letting the oil melt, and then once I put my tortilla into the pan, I turn it up to about on that 4 right there. So you don't want it too high, so I turn it up to that level just to cook the tortillas. Now everybody's stove settings may be different. Don't worry if your dough is not a perfect circle when you put it down in your pan, because you can always just use your fingers to push down the sides. Alright, so I have it in my pan. I'm just going to go ahead, I already turned my fire up, so I'm just going to go ahead and start shaping it up a little bit here. Also, when flipping it, be careful when trying to straighten it out in the pan. Watch those hot spots where the oil is. Usually I turn the fire down if it starts smoking real bad. And so this just keeps my pan nice and clean. That way I don't have to worry about crumbs burning or having any burnt pieces in my pan here. That way I don't have to keep washing it and getting it ready for the next set of tortillas. Tortillas, they don't last long. Let me tell you, some of them don't make it to the plate. As I'm cooking, I'm eating them. They are just that good, and ooh, especially as soon as they are out the pan and they are so nice and hot. Yummy, like they are just that good. So usually when I make these, I can usually get about 6 out of each batch. So usually I double this recipe, that way I can make about 12 or even triple it. And I just keep them in the refrigerator, or if I know I'm not going to be eating them, I just put them in a Ziploc bag and throw them into the freezer and just kind of take them out as so. Alright, so here's my lunch, and I'm just going to eat my tortillas with some homemade chili that I made. And I actually made this chili with red beans, and I shouldn't have, but That's what I get for trying to be so different. So I think next time I am going to use kidney beans like I usually do. But it also has black beans in it, and you know, of course, tomatoes and tomato sauce and onions, celery, and all that good stuff. So this will be my lunch, and these tortillas, they are still nice and warm and hot. So this is lunch. Bon appetit. Alright, so I also have my Boathouse Farms Green Goddess drink that I'll be drinking because I just haven't been able to make my smoothies like I usually do and just don't feel like it. So I started buying these again. I used to buy these when my daughter was younger so that, you know, she could have something to drink with her meals and get more fruits and vegetables in. And, you know, my son, he's a toddler and he's not really eating his vegetables like he's supposed to. He'll eat the fruits, but vegetables we're having a hard time with, especially the green ones. So I do want him to get some greens in. So they have a lot of different kinds of drinks, and they also come in big bottles as well. So I love that they have this option. So I'll be drinking this with my nice little lunch here. And I like that there's no sugar added. At least that's what they say, right? I don't know if y'all can see that. Spirulina, green tea, broccoli, spinach, barley grass, wheatgrass, garlic, Jerusalem artichoke. What is that? Nova Scotia dose. Iron, manganese, vitamin B6, B12, vitamin C. So it has green apples, pineapples, mangoes, bananas, and kiwi. Yummy. See this right here? You don't want to be eating that thick piece of dough. And I'm glad I cooked this a little bit longer. I kind of like it like this because it came out nice and crispy on the outside and just nice and soft, you know, throughout the middle of it. So all of the back and the top is nice and it has like a little crispy layer when you bite into it. So I kind of like it cooked a little bit more or fried a little bit more. But just don't let those sides roll up like this. Try to unroll them when you have them in the pan. That way you're not eating a mouthful of dough. It should be nice and thin and light when you put it into your mouth. Just nice thin layer of a tortilla. So this time I made about 12. So your kids are gonna love these. My son loves them. My daughter loves them as well. He's eating a piece right now. Come show them. Come show them your piece you eating. I tell you, he be waiting on food when I be cooking it. What you eating on?
I'm eating on dough.
Say, you eating on dough?
Yeah.
You eating on dough or tortillas? Yeah, I'm eating a tortilla.
I'm eating tortilla.
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 I'm telling you, once you try these, you will never ever buy store-bought tortillas ever again. They are just that good. I dare you all to try them. Like, I can't even eat like store-bought tortillas anymore. I've tried. I go in the store and say, because I don't sometimes feel like making these. You know, sometimes you just don't feel like cooking. So, but I go into the store, buy tortillas, and let me tell you, it cannot compare. And it does not compare with these Spelt tortillas. So, you guys have to try them. Let me know how you like them, because I'm pretty sure you will.